Hi, everybody. It's 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Welcome to Sharks and Things. I'm your host, Cody.
I'm
sleepy.
And I'm Doofy.
Does that make me Doc?
Sure. Hi, Doc.
Cool. I get to be Doc. We're recording this after 22 hours of playing video games straight for a great cause. It's worth it.
It's obviously such a great cause because we're here.
Yeah, still.
And we're fucking tired.
There's nobody watching this thing, and we're still here just like, hey, rock on.
The only thing we have is our friendship.
Coming off a 24-hour live stream for Extra Life. Supporting Children's Miracle Network. Together as a team, we raised a very, very awesome $1,775. Very proud of that.
Is that where we're at right now?
I believe so.
I should come make a donation.
So on that note, you have till the end of the year to make your donations. It's not like it ends today. If you want to donate money, you're more than welcome to. I'll probably keep a link somewhere that you can go to go donate. We'll probably have it up in our show notes or whatever. Definitely go donate if you haven't. Thanks. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in during the 24 hours. Stopped by, said hello, provided us commentary. Yeah, that was lots of fun.
Helped keep us sane.
That's still very questionable at this point. Don't go say insane yet.
I wasn't sane going into it, so
we had this grand
idea. Much stuff going for me. My voice is now actually starting to fade, so now I'm actually talking at a reasonable volume.
I'm beginning to think we maybe should have done this podcast when I wanted to do this podcast, which was as soon as we finished Halo.
No, that's a
terrible idea. Made too much sense.
Cody, this is the wrap up cast this week.
It's the wrap up cast and fucking.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's the wrap up cast, and it's to kill that last.
Yeah, we need to find something to do for last
half.
Yeah,
or whatever.
So let's bring it around. We don't need to talk about what we've been playing because we just played games for 24 hours. We do need to talk
obviously all of you were watching.
Yeah, you were all watching.
You obviously
also watch all the VODs of this thing. We'll have the VODs over. What game I want to talk about? I want to talk about Halo 5. I know we spent entire last week's podcast on Halo 5, but I think the four of us have a new appreciation, I want to say, for that game.
A new perspective.
I'm going to say, I think we appreciate it now.
Wow!
Thank you for summing that up, Mitch. I really do appreciate it.
For those of you who didn't tune in to the live stream, we completed the whole campaign on Legendary in 10 and a half hours.
Yeah, we started about 9:30. I finished up right about 7:30.
Yeah.
I think that was about right.
I would like to say that I said about 10 hours on Legendary for the four of us. There were some times where it was in question of whether or not it was going to happen.
Hilariously, it was the first mission.
But it happened.
Until the last hour. It's oh my god, we're finally gonna do it.
I was pleasantly surprised.
That first mission though, that was the first couple of missions.
They were a bit
definitely
rougher.
They did not give us much hope.
Everyone was getting their Halo legs back. That game's really good. It feels really good. It looks really good, and
the checkpoint system is garbage.
Yeah, no, the checkpoint system is garbage.
I mean, it pleasantly surprised us at times in a positive way.
It also pleasantly surprised us, but all of a sudden,
that
it was not the same checkpoint.
Has not changed.
Yes, it
for
has.
Any Halo game. No, that's the same exact shit that it was always for every single Halo
remember
game.
it differently, which therefore means it's different. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even.
It's like how Berenstein was spelled that one way that it wasn't.
Exactly. You're just misremembering it.
Yeah, no, that was I could see why reviewers, if you're going to play that game by yourself, I would say don't.
That's unfair.
Okay, don't play the game on Legendary by yourself.
Yeah,
don't play on Legendary by yourself.
Unless you're a masochist.
Yeah.
Unless you have a lot Lots of time on your hands.
You have to remember my original words on Halo campaign when I was talking about it was first thing was the campaign felt meh. Like it just felt slow, chuggy. But I realized I was not playing it right. Like it needs to be played co-op. Like that is the only true way to appreciate that game.
Goddamn.
Mother of God, what is...
She was sitting on the goddamn key.
There's a cat. I see cat ears. Yeah, no, definitely that game. Playing that game 4-player co-op was really fun. Like that was more fun than I was anticipating it to be. I can't wait to play the rest of them again.
We have a lot of Halo games in our future.
There's a lot of yawning.
Actually, which games actually support 4-person co-op?
3.
Is it just 3?
3, 4, Reach. That's it.
I don't. So I'd say if we do it, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and ODST.
So pretty much just all the other games.
2, ODST, 3, 4, and then say fuck it.
I don't really want to do like I like Reach, but I don't want to have to like hook up the Xbox 360 to play Reach. It's kind of where I'm at.
I don't even have one anymore.
I played through it recently. It was good enough. Whatever.
Yeah, I would want to play the everything that's on the Master Chief Collection. I would like to play again. I think that'd be perfectly fine.
I don't think they're going to bring Reach to the Master Chief Collection.
Well,
if anything, it'll be backwards compatible.
Well, they weren't going to bring ODST to the collection. They only did that because the launch of the collection was so bad. They're like, well, we need to do something.
No, it was because they were actually planning on bringing ODST, and they're like, oh, well, shit. Well, we may as well just give this away for free. Cause
No, when they I think it was E3, when Phil Spencer was doing his rounds, he was saying that ODST was not originally planned at all to get a remake.
I'm severely doubting, though, that the poor launch was the reason it was chosen, because they had to have already been starting to put in work at that time.
I mean, it's
get it out by the
It's not like you
year
just
or
whip
whatever it was.
together a Halo ODST in 2 months as a remake. It doesn't work that way.
It's the Halo 3 engine that doesn't take that. Like they have all those models ready. It's the
It wasn't
ODST.
the Halo 3 engine, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was kind of like the Halo 2 engine,
No, it was Halo 3.
wasn't it? It was released before Halo 3, wasn't
No,
it?
because Halo 3 came out and then ODST came out and it came with all the Halo 3 multiplayer.
No, because ODST was the forerunner of the Firefight multiplayer.
Yeah,
That is the
and
creator
um,
of Firefight.
what's it? ODST was after. I
No.
thought ODST was after Reach.
No, because if I remember correctly, I think if you bought ODST, that got you.
You could get Halo 3 multiplayer beta.
No, I don't think so.
I thought it was.
No,
I thought it was.
or was it Reach beta?
Nope.
I think it was.
So,
I thought it was
okay.
Reach Beta.
Halo ODST came out on the Xbox 360 in 2009. Halo 3 came out in 2007.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Halo
Yeah.
3 was released in 2000 on September 25th in 2007 in Australia, Brazil, India, New Zealand, North America, and Singapore. Yeah, because ODST came with like the whole big thing with that was if you bought ODST, the second disc ODST was just Halo 3's multiplayer.
I thought it was Halo 2's. Never mind, whatever.
Yeah, no, like ODST did bring Firefight, and then they brought that into Reach.
Yeah.
That was
Because
the
then,
big,
like,
that was the big new
everybody
thing.
started doing that shit.
Yeah.
And then Gears did Horde mode and everything.
I thought Gears Horde mode was first.
Pretty sure ODST Firefight was first.
Pretty sure Gears Horde. Actually, Gears Horde was introduced in 2, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Gears 2, that came out like what, 2 years after the original?
I thought Horde.
I don't know anymore. I'm
Dude,
too
live
tired to
fact
be
check.
thinking this shit.
Gears 2 came out on July 8th of 2008.
Okay, so it came out before ODST then.
Yes.
So Gears came first.
Regardless, yeah. We'll play them. I want to play it through them again. Primarily because I don't remember a lot of some of the story stuff. I remember being angry at 2 And then finishing 5 now, I'm like, I'm less angry with 5 than I was with 2.
Well, yeah. The way they ended those stories were severely different.
Like 5 definitely is a middle child, but it is not nearly as middle of a child as 2 was. Like 2 literally like had you at the like literally if you waited two more seconds, you would have landed on Earth and you would have been fighting some Covenant on Earth.
The frustration.
Yeah, all of the
Yeah,
frustration.
like Halo 5 is less a middle child and more like a twin that was born a few minutes late.
Sure.
A few minutes after the open.
No,
I don't know, Halo 5
it's definitely
Halo 5
very
felt
much a
fair.
middle child.
It's a middle child, but it's like only a year younger than
It has its cohesive arc to it.
which is kind of nice.
Well, but it still feels like it takes place right between 2 or 3 ODST, like right in that area.
What?
So the mechanics of the game,
Okay, I'm with you now.
okay.
Yep.
As far as like how guns feel, how you shoot, that feels very much like halfway between Halo 2, Halo 3. Kind of where everything's a rail shooter, where it always hits.
I remember liking the Forerunner guns a lot more in 4 than I do in 5.
Well, yeah, because in 4 they were the new guns, quote unquote.
Yeah, but now they all just look like
They
They were
had to
also
everything's
they also
They had to
felt
make
more
them super strong because they were the new guns.
And Vale and Kelly are my waifus. They're mine. You can't have them. I want them
That's
here.
fine.
I'll get you a pillow.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
couple of
So, yeah,
full body pillows.
Halo 5 was lots of fun. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Not on Legendary. I just kind of I want to play that and enjoy the story this time around.
Oh, but the multiplayer's where it's at.
Yeah,
It's
we'll try.
pretty good multiplayer.
Let's try some multiplayer at some point as a group. Maybe do pre-made 4-mans in.
I'd say pre-made like Warfare or yeah, sure.
Or
Whatever.
we all throw ourselves into competitive multiplayer and then I see how well you all fare.
Yeah, it's gonna go very poorly.
It's the opposite of MOBAs, man. It's just that.
Okay. I can't do MOBAs, but I
Yeah.
can do Halo, man. I can do Halo.
Yeah, see, I can do MOBAs pretty well. I feel I just can't do Halo very well.
Well, see,
I
there we go.
like Halo. That's about it.
It's a good trade-off.
I got gold. That's like the highest I'll probably ever get is gold.
Oh god, we've killed Zach.
No, I'm listening.
Said-
Oh,
We're
I'm here.
Call it 6:13 in the morning,
6:13 is the
I
time.
am
Central
not
Time.
asleep.
7:13 Eastern time.
I am not.
Man, you guys have derailed me. What else happened this weekend besides Extra Life?
Well, this entire weekend has been Extra Life.
Well, I mean, BlizzCon was this weekend. I mean, okay, first of all, let's talk about who.
So I didn't watch the opening ceremony, so you guys need to inform me.
BlizzCon.
I'm more so kind of wondering who at BlizzCon was like, hey, let's do it November 7th. Because, I don't know. Extra Life. I mean, I know that not everyone does Extra Life. If it did, it'd be a bigger deal and whatever, but still.
Well, why was Extra Life this weekend and not like in October?
When was Extra Life?
Yeah, man.
I don't
Wasn't
know.
it? I thought it was in October last year.
I don't know.
Thank you for the chime in.
I think they tried to avoid hitting it on a daylight savings time weekend. Because otherwise we'd be doing this for 25 hours. I don't think any of us would have made it.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
still alive and I'm kicking.
Opening ceremonies. The opening ceremonies are free to everybody. Go watch them if you're remotely interested in Blizzard stuff. The
God, yeah,
Warcraft,
seriously.
the Warcraft trailer, the actual Warcraft movie trailer, has all the feels, like just right here, right in the heart muscles. Like seeing, and it looks so good. Like the orcs and everything. Like it's one of those things that you like looking at. Like when did CG get this good? Like, huh? When did that
Fuck
happen?
CG. I still haven't heard a damn thing about an expansion to Diablo 3.
That's not
That is
gonna-
the only thing I care about.
It's probably not going to happen.
You know
Along
what?
with that,
How about this Blizzard? Fucking surprise me for once. Just give me a expansion that I am not expecting. That'd be great.
how about them releasing like 6 games this year? Okay, not
Stop
that many.
it.
Like, so
You
like
have
this.
priorities.
So in like this year they will have released. When did the Diablo 3 expansion come out?
Not this year.
This is last
Not
year.
This year.
Okay, so this year they released Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
Like official release. Hearthstone was last year, right? Official release. Or is that this year for official release?
That might have been last year.
Late last year, I think.
Well, let's just the last 2 years they've released an Diablo expansion, a Warcraft expansion, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, like 3 expansions for Hearthstone. Overwatch will be out next year.
The beginning of next year, yeah.
Yeah. And then what else is up? Like all of a sudden games are like Blizzard's like just
Legacy of the Voids this year.
Right?
Legacy of the Voids in like 2 days.
yeah, it's Tuesday, man. I gotta put
it's in 2 days. Yeah.
order that thing. And it's like, when did they start shipping games? Like, that's not what Blizzard does. Blizzard talks about making games, and eventually, magically, a box shows up on a shelf somewhere. And you're like, oh, that's right. Blizzard makes games still. They make good games.
That was
By this.
before they were bought by Activision.
Even when Activision bought them. It's the Candy Crush. The Candy Crush is getting to them.
Yep, the Candy Crush that they just bought has gotten into their plans.
Is this going to be like the new best thing? It's going to be like a Candy Crush MOBA.
I'm okay.
Where everybody's just like a piece of candy.
I'm gonna lay down
like destroy everyone else's tower.
No.
I'm gonna lay down some conspiracy theories here real quick. This
Candy
was all
Crusher.
predicted last year with the Candy Muradin skin. Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah.
God, no. So
You're
bad.
the one with the pipe.
They're right over there. I have a lovely collection of pipes. I didn't pull one.
Yeah, so why don't you stick it in your pipe and smoke it?
What else did they show? All the new characters I like Blizzard because they're trying new things. So like Cho'Gall looks like a really cool character. That's for Heroes of the Storm. One character played by 2 people. Seems like insanity. Why would you?
And the way they're releasing it is all pretty awesome too.
How are they releasing him?
Everyone that was at BlizzCon or bought a virtual ticket gets him for free.
Oh,
They're releasing him as a parasite.
Yeah, so he will not be in the shop. You will not be able to buy him with gold or real dollars. You will obtain him by playing the game or playing Cho'Gall with people that already have it. So the people that had the virtual ticket or at BlizzCon. And then once you have it, you can play with your friends that don't have it. And they'll get it after a couple games and so on and so forth until eventually it's everywhere.
So 3 out of the 4 of us will have Cho'Gall in our availability.
Yep.
The amount of fucks that I truly give
Is more
is
than
down,
one.
is down to an astounding 0.0%.
You'll be dragged into this Cho'Gall fight. Oh, they also announced arena mode.
Cho'Gall suck on a dick.
I'm actually excited about
I say to
arena.
that.
I would play arena a lot more than I will play regular heroes.
I don't know if I'd play Arena much.
Well, I first need more
that's not
motivations
the
to play
MOBA,
heroes in the first
really.
place.
Yeah, but I like this problem is I would much rather play arena. Also, the fact that it's a 5v5, everyone's the same person. Just everyone has a different skin.
That would look cool, yeah, but
I'm just
Debatable. Think
excited.
of like League of Legends
Play
with
mode of
everybody playing Teemo.
that
Everybody is
happens.
Teemo.
That does happen.
Yeah, I'm excited about fucking Gang Greymane.
Oh yeah, no, that looks cool. I like werewolves. Werewolves are spiffy. Everyone needs to stop yawning.
And the
It's a
dude,
podcast, damn it.
and the dude's dapper as fuck.
Yeah, no, he is. Fuck else.
you say stop yawning at 6:20 in the fucking morning.
Did you just say it's 20 in the morning?
That's all I heard.
I said 6:20 in the
Oh,
morning.
it's 20 in the morning. It's 20 in the morning here.
It's 20 in the morning, whatever.
20 in the morning somewhere.
No
Man. That Warcraft, World of Warcraft trailer looked good.
Did they show off anything new for Overwatch?
They showed off the new level and 3 new characters.
Who do they add?
Diva,
Yeah,
May, and Genji.
They
Yeah.
also showed off the was it the Overlord Origins?
Overwatch Origins.
Overwatch
Yeah.
Origins.
The game's not going to be free to play like everyone thought it was going to be. It is going to be a full $60 release game.
Nope.
You can
not
pre-purchase
60.
it.
It's 40.
Well, the Origin copy is 60,
yeah.
and it's coming to consoles. Which they had a really funny, like a really good sense of humor about that, because the guy from Overwatch walked out on stage like, "How many here don't have internet?" And like one person raised like, "Cool, you're about to be really excited and really surprised by what we're about to show you. The rest of you, go." Just
Go about your
pretend.
business. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I actually like that switch because it means I won't have to deal with nearly as much microtransaction bullshit.
So
Because
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be like
That'll
locked
still be
behind
there.
like a paywall or like a grind wall
so
for
the
it to
PC.
just get going.
So if you want just a digital copy of the game for PC, it'll be $40. If you want to buy it for Xbox One or PS4, you'll have to buy what's called the Overwatch Origins Edition. It comes with like 5 skins, and then a whole bunch of extra stuff for the other Blizzard games. Some really sweet wings for Diablo 3, a pet for something.
Probably
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blizzard stuff.
And
We
then
like
also,
giveaway cosmetics.
they're also going to give away what's her name? The main person we see everywhere for Overwatch.
Tracer.
Yeah, Tracer. You'll
Yeah.
get her in Heroes of the Storm. She'll be the first Overwatch character in Heroes of the Storm, which is kind of cool. The 3 new characters are kind of cool. Diva's got like a mech she runs around in and can jump out of and jump in. Genji is what they called Super Green Ninja Man. That's what the internet called him for a while.
Yeah, that's why it turned out to be
The
Genji.
internet's very good at naming things, I may add.
And May uses like an ice gun and reminds me of Mr. Freeze. Because she
And
was
wears a giant fucking parka.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
run around saying like freeze and if
What killed the dinosaurs?
the
Yes,
Ice
Hey.
Age. She better
so
say
good.
that.
Chill
I
out.
need I need her to say that. And then the new level they announced was Hollywood, and so there's some kind of nods to some stuff like one of the warehouses has got the
It's Goldshire Studios.
yeah, but it's all and like it has the Alliance symbol on the warehouse or whatever. It's
Okay, well, I vote that we dedicate one straight day to going through each of the old Batman movies and one straight binge watch of 12 to 24 hours of Batman.
You have fun with that.
All the shitty old Batmans? Or we talk like
Bat
these
nipples.
Adam West Batmans? Or
No,
Batman.
we can't watch Adam West. That would be a disgrace.
no, we
What?
can't.
That'd be a disgrace to.
I want
Adam
to
West
see him.
Batman.
Oh,
Don't-
got a
No,
bomb.
You
don't-
just can't get rid of a bomb. It's one of the best movies of all time.
No, I'm saying don't disgrace Adam West. That show was great.
That movie's.
I'm not disgracing him. I want to go watch that.
Oh,
Pull
I
this
have it
shit
on
up right
Blu-ray.
now.
It's great.
But I want
Bat
freaking
nipples.
George Clooney. I want George Clooney Batman.
No, you don't. Nobody wants George.
I want
Bat
Ocean's
nipples.
Batman.
Oh my God. Nope. This conversation is gone too
Yep.
far now.
Bat nipples. Overwatch.
BlizzCon. We're back to BlizzCon.
There's a
Oh.
whole bunch of stuff for BlizzCon. We'll probably do a little bit more in the coming weeks after we've all had time to kind of soak in with some more stuff. I haven't had a chance to watch any of BlizzCon minus opening ceremonies.
Cyblade.
Mitch was a lucky bastard and somehow ended up with a grab bag. No one knows how.
I still
Who
don't
did
know
you
how.
bribe? Who did you bribe?
Well, I got a virtual ticket.
So did I. don't have
So
a
did
grab
I.
bag.
It showed up just today. So,
It's okay. I bought my
Whatever.
virtual ticket yesterday, like an hour before BlizzCon started. So
oh yeah, I bought mine like in August.
yeah, no, I kind of forgot about BlizzCon, and then I'm like, well, shit, I need to buy this ticket. We don't have a topic this week, so we're just going to kind of jibber jabber for the next half an hour. I got some stuff we can talk about.
Oh really?
Yeah, let's
Well,
talk. So, Zach, you had your first experience with Mass Effect multiplayer tonight. How'd you like it?
It's alright.
Would you play it again?
Maybe.
Is it better than you thought it would be?
Was it worth the money you spent on it?
Probably not.
Is the Volus engineer the best character in that game?
Considering I have a hatred of short people.
The Vols engineer is the best because he's
Wait,
really
let me hold on. Let me retract this statement.
I was about to say, do you just want like an army of little people sending you hate mail?
Zach's opinions do not necessarily reflect those of Sharks and Things.
I don't like.
As a tall person, I would like to say I like little people. Anybody of any size, you're okay with me.
Midge is down.
So my issue is I don't like short fantasy characters. So like hobbits, I hate hobbits. Dwarves,
but
it depends on the dwarf. Like,
but they're mole people.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
The Volas are mole people. The group, like,
yeah. Then they remind me of that terrible villain from the Fantastic Four cartoon.
The Mole Man.
Yes.
Molly.
So I don't dislike short people. I just don't like fantasy.
Well, I don't know.
Well, what's your opinion on Danny DeVito then?
He's not a fantasy short person. He's a real short person.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm done with him. Same with Vern Short.
But yeah, think of Big Fish. He was a short fantasy someone. He was a circus leader. Very much of he had a fancy mustache. He ran a circus.
This has gone someplace that I don't even know anymore.
I'm just trying to get to the heart of Zach's short people hating issue.
I blame you, Cody, for all of this right now.
It's fine. I love my.
I think there's some issues on the table that we need to get out here. We need to have a little heart to heart.
No, I think we're fine. My Vols engineer is the best. I saved your guys' ass. It was fine.
What about my Geth with the flamethrower was pretty legit.
No, yeah. So like our ideal Mass Effect team. It was N7 day. What's your ideal Mass Effect team?
Yeah, that thing.
The N7 logo.
That's the ideal team right there.
Who'd you guys finish your game with? Who's your fire squad?
I think.
Shit. Well, I don't remember the fucking last time I played a Mass Effect game was.
Okay, are you talking about like Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 here, bud?
When you finished your game, all three of them, who was your fire squad?
It would be Joker, Liara.
No, like your actual fire squad, like who you took on the field with you. You can't take Joker with you.
Well, usually it was. I tried to.
Edie?
It was Liara and usually Liara Garrus or Liara and whoever had biotics.
I usually took Garrus and either Liara or the Prothean.
The Prothean was so annoying.
Yeah, the Prothean. He was a dick.
That's fine. That's why I liked him.
So you like dicks?
Yep. I took Miranda with me everywhere I went in 2.
I just wanted to punt her. Miranda was just such a bad character.
With me, it was Tali and Garrus, I believe.
Garrus was definitely there. He's my boy. Yeah. He was my blue boy.
Garrus is the man.
You my boy, Blue.
you my boy.
You my boy, Blue. You my boy.
Don't know where to go with that.
Old school? No, nothing.
No.
You my blue boy, Blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are the two characters.
Garrus and Liara, and then whoever else.
Choose your girl, Blue.
It was Jacob and Miranda who I wanted to punt off of that ship. Send him to the SS crashing.
I really like Miranda.
I never liked Liara, and I never liked Miranda.
So. I honestly think Miranda is like just happened to be good at gunplay Kim Kardashian. Like just just straight up.
My first waifu was Liara. My second waifu was Mia. Miranda.
I could do that. Like
my third waifu was.
I didn't like the Asari at all, just in general.
Cody's just sleeping around with Commander Shepard over here.
Well, no, because you can't sleep with Liara in 2.
Well, I'm pretty sure you opted for Kelly.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I think everyone did. Everyone tapped that.
I've actually never had the relationship sequence get Kelly. Like, I could always get her to like feed my fish, but it just stopped. Like, I've never been able to like progress this.
That's what we like to call the friend zone.
Yep.
I straight up
digitally friend zoned.
Yeah, you got friend
straight
zone.
up. I kept getting friend zoned.
Even worse, it was by a video game character.
Friend zoned by Kelly Kapowski.
Whatever. She fed my fish. It was mutual.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
It was a mutual agreement.
We had the conversation that's at some point during our delirium over the last 24 hours about that Mass Effect has had the best, or BioWare's best characters.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
although I don't know, Iron Bull is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, Iron Bull's a pretty cool character. I'll remember Iron Bull. I liked the flamboyant wizard in Dragon Age Inquisition. I
can't tell you a single fucking character in Dragon Age Inquisition. The only thing that I took away from that game so far is the Hinterlands. The Hinterlands and the Gruffalo.
You have to get out of the Hinterlands, Matt. Get out of the fucking Hinterlands.
Dude, the Gruffalo were the greatest thing in that game.
Okay, the Hinterlands is like Shutter Island. Like, I just kind of like live my own fantasy while I'm there. Like, I just play the entire game, not knowing that I'm just a prisoner of the Hinterlands.
Knowing that you're just going in circles in the same area. You can't even level up past level 8.
Yeah, like you just keep talking to people and I feel like I've done this before. Like there was some mass trauma of Dragon Age Inquisition that I couldn't get out of my mind, and they sent me to the fucking prison of the Hinterlands.
I need to finish that game at some point.
I do.
Yeah, I finished the game a long time ago, and they sent me to the damn Hinterlands so I could forget it.
Actually, I don't even know if I still have it installed. I think I do.
I don't. From when I installed Windows 10.
I reinstalled it.
I don't.
Oh, I had it on
never
Xbox.
Decided to go back to play Inquisition. Oh my god, the game just dragged on though.
Yeah, I stopped when I needed to get like 40 more fucking points or whatever to open up the next quest. And I was like, nope, not gonna do it. Fuck it.
It's in like other games that tend to drag on like that, like Witcher. Like Witcher 3 will tend to drag on. However, oh look at this. I can just power through the main storyline and get it over with if I wanted to. For Dragon Age Inquisition, you can do that. Because you have to go and fucking just grab all these like weird side op things to get these points so that you can do your main mission.
Why do you think the Hinterlands became a gameplay decision in the first place? Like that's
anywhere.
It's there to introduce you to all the mechanics that you're expecting for the rest of the game, which is you can go anywhere, but you choose and you will stay in one area until it is done.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem. Is they didn't force you out initially. It was supposed to be a tutorial zone. It's supposed to teach you all these things, and it was supposed to force you out to the overworld so that you move on and you come back later. They're supposed to force you to do that, and then it could stop holding your hand. That's all they needed to do.
But they didn't. Instead, I just spend my days frolicking with the Gruffalo.
It ruined so many gameplay experiences of people just because they didn't force them to get on with the game.
Oh, yeah. We also talked about that multiplayer and how it's not as good as Mass Effect 3's multiplayer.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is really good.
Dragon Age just wouldn't be so terrible, I mean, if it had more variety in its levels. Whereas like Mass Effect 3, with the limited number of levels, I feel like it can get away with being a little repetitive. In Dragon Age, it just feels... Because it's a tile set, essentially. So in one giant level you run through, it's a tile set, so you're constantly running into the same tiles within the same level over and over and over.
I would like to see Dragon Age, if they do a 4, they probably will. If they do the multiplayer again, I'd like to see like a Diablo 3 style Rift system for their multiplayer.
See, I'd say they should just go the Tower of Druaga route, and it's just floor after floor after meticulous floor, doing ridiculous tasks in a Diablo fashion, but it doesn't really lead to anything, but it would be really fun to just screw with people.
Well, so like that, the thing that Dragon Age multiplayer has for it is that it is a lot of people looking for that Dungeons and Dragons experience, and that like that multiplayer kind of leans towards that direction because they're trying to tell like these little vignetted stories that don't really tell really good stories there. So it'd be really cool if it's just like a big dungeon crawl. I think that'd be neat. Yeah, but who knows? There's a new massive.
I think the tower idea that Matt was going with, that would actually work well for a Dragon Age game.
Yeah,
it's just
a tower
or generated levels.
Yeah.
Tower.
You have to have much more tile sets, really, and it's up or down, doesn't matter. It's a dungeon or a tower, either way. But as long as you have it, things like randomly generated, your quests are randomly generated or procedurally generated, at least.
Yeah. I think that'd be neat. That sounds neato.
Complete of nifty.
Yeah. What else happened this week? The Darksiders 2 re-release happened.
They re-released it?
Yeah, the Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition came out this week. And then apparently that was used to gauge whether or not there was still interest enough to make a Darksiders 3.
Yeah,
and I don't think they were
just like that one out.
No, they basically have said that it's pretty much confirmed at this point in time that they're going to release or do Darksiders 3.
Yeah. I still have not played Darksiders 2.
Darksiders 2 is a great game.
I can't bring myself to do it.
I own it. I've played a lot of it. I just haven't beaten it yet.
The voice actor of Death is so good.
I just his model, his character is pretty good. Actually seems to get flushed out a little more in this game.
They were also talking about maybe bringing Darksiders 1 to current gen consoles.
They should.
Pretty cool.
That was a good game.
Be nifty with that. Those are really great games. Like if you're looking for a Legend of Zelda game that isn't Legend of Zelda because you don't own a Nintendo product, you could do worse than Darksiders. I mean, that's a Darksiders 1, Darksiders 2 are very good games, and they're very Legend of Zelda-y in a weird adult-oriented way.
The adult version of the Legend of Zelda, yeah.
And speaking of things that came out this week, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, raise your hand if you give a shit.
I want to play zombies. This is so weirdly, I don't like zombies. I don't like apocalypse games. I just want to play
Call of Duty Zombies. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I just want to play as Jeff Goldblum as a failed magician who killed his wife by throwing a knife at her while she was spinning on one of those spinny wheel things. That's all I want to do. If they would have said, "Hey, Cody, it's $25. You could just play this mode," I'd be like, "Okay, here's $25."
You just want that to play knife roulette.
Sure, whatever.
You throw knives at zombies.
To be fair, it's not just Jeff Goldblum.
Spin them. It's not. Well, there's John Malkovich there too.
No, that's the old one.
That was the old one. Fuck, I'm like mixing these all up now.
No, the new one is.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and play the old one now.
The new one has
Ron Perlman, isn't it?
Shit, really?
Yeah, no, like that campaign takes place in like the 1920s. It's Ron Perlman.
Let me go.
Who else is in there? Trying to find the list. This is what you get after 22 hours. You get a lot of fact checking, a lot of unsureness.
You get a lot of crazy
and a lot of Zach trying really hard to not doze off.
Goldblum, Perlman, Neil McDonough, and Heather Graham are the 4 characters in that zombie mode.
The only thing that would make it better is Nathan fucking Fillion.
Man, that Nathan Fillion model in Halo 5 is so good.
I know.
I streamed some Jade Empire last week during my stream and totally forgot that he was in that game until I ran into him. I'm like, oh my god, that's Nathan Fillion.
I feel like he's starting to get a little typecasted now, though. Like his character in shows and games is all very. So
Nathan Fillion, he played in Jade Empire. He played a guy named Gao the Lesser. He was a sleazebag. It's great.
Yeah, his character sounds the same pretty much.
Yeah, but this was in 2005. I was actually trying to figure out what the hell he was doing in 2005. I could not find an answer. I think it was.
What year was
He was a cocky space pilot.
No, so that was the year. Serenity may have came out that year.
What year did Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog come out?
That was in like he'd already started Castle. I was fairly certain.
The yawning. Stop it.
Oh my god, I'm starting to see sun.
Wait, what? Oh shit.
Oh shit, man.
The sun's coming up.
Oh, I can actually see it in Mitch's window behind him.
Oh, hey.
I'm just
Yeah,
like staring
it's
up.
over there.
It's been here for like an hour.
Shut up,
God.
Zach. I am currently staring
Settle
into
down, you
the eyes
future
of
kid.
a new dawn has come. The 24
Oh.
hours is nearing its end.
I don't even know at this point in time. Darksiders, Nathan Fillion, all stuff's really good.
So is Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. It's November. Games are coming out. Do you guys have any big plans for games that you want to play before the year's out?
Fallout.
Do we have to really mention it? Fallout 4?
4.
I want to play Assassin's
Fucking-
Creed.
I'm bet on that. Assassin's Creed will be good. From what I've heard, it actually seems to make up for a lot of the shortcomings of Unity and
It's
Where they
still
don't
an
have
Assassin's
disembodied
Creed game.
faces?
It still has issues.
well,
But
yeah,
it's better than Unity was, and it's a step in the right direction. If they continue in that direction, they might get back to what resembles an Assassin's Creed 2 or
As far as I'm
Brotherhood.
concerned, Assassin's Creed ended at 2. Black Flag was just a pirate game that got accidentally branded.
I mean, this Assassin's Creed has scored very well. I mean, we don't care about reviews around here, but I mean that's kind of an indication.
I wanted it to review badly. Like, I just want that series to just stop, take a breather, and go back.
Oh, so
Like-
the nice thing, so the lead director on this was one of the game designers on Saints Row the Third.
which is why we had an awesome Saints Row, I guess.
Which is why we have gangs and gang leaders and taking out gangs inside of Assassin's Creed now. That's my one game this year I'd still like to play before the year's out.
So what you're
I'd
telling me is
say-
Assassin's Creed Saints Row edition now?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
See, I'm just afraid of Assassin's Creed going forward, and it's going to start taking the Call of Duty route and go from classic to, well, turns out you're now a future Templar. You now have a jetpack. Why not?
I'm afraid that you're gonna have to assassinate like a version of Johnny Gat or something.
Oh, that'd be great.
Giant-
I'm done. Yeah, sure.
He's running
Sign
around
me
with a
up.
Giant head.
Actually, you know
No,
what? They're
folks,
going to
jump
bring
on
this
it.
shit full circle, and
Okay.
it's going to turn out that you're the final and last assassin of the Templars who has to go back in time and assassinate yourself to stop the Assassin's Creed from happening in the first place.
I don't think you understand Assassin's Creed. I don't think you
I
understand.
I think that is entirely how it works.
I am unfortunately very, very understanding of how that. No, that's not how that works. We had this conversation 2 weeks ago. It's why I don't want vampires in my game. We did it. So that the conversation we had, I did.
Hey,
so I want to
vampires
the
and
conversation.
werewolves. Vampires
Yes,
and
there needs to be
werewolves.
both. We need to have Underworld, the Assassin's game.
We're going to come back to that thought for a second. Let me continue my thought. What I'd much rather see is I'd much rather see other really cool stories, like maybe an assassin during World War II who's a German. I think that'd be a cool story to tell.
Assassin's Creed turns out you're Hitler.
No, you wouldn't be Hitler.
You
Circling back around,
assassinate yourself?
Hitler's
Hitler's
definitely
Creed.
Hitler is definitely a Templar. Let's just be real about this. He's searching for the spear of whatever, spear of destiny. Let's circle back around to the werewolf vampire thing. That is news that happened last week. Paradox Interactive bought the White Wolf Publishing, and if you don't know who White Wolf Publishing is, they're the people who made Vampire the Masquerade, and was it Werewolf Bloodlines?
Werewolf. In general.
There's all of their games
Mage.
have something like.
It's like Mage Knight or something.
Something
Yeah.
wolfy.
Yeah, Mage, Werewolf, and Vampire
and
Masquerade.
then World of Darkness. That's all their stuff. The CCP used to own that, and they were working on an MMO, and then that fell. Something happened, and so now Paradox bought them. So we could
CCP got too wrapped up with Eve stuff.
so we could see some interesting stuff. I mean, could you imagine like Crusader Kings but with vampires?
I mean, would it be really all that much different? I mean, it's expected
No.
to be vampires are going to be like political and stuff. So you'd have some sort of like monarchical system with vampires is all.
Yeah.
You might have to like groom a village. This is my livestock.
I like that idea.
And then like you like the things that you fight are okay, that it's a werewolf encampment or something, or werewolves are attacking your livestock, aka your humans.
Wait, can we just make a separate game? It's called Monster Politician, where you actually are like a living, breathing like werewolf and vampire, but you can't do anything about it, and you actually have to use politics to win over the town.
I don't.
And you have to deal with all these different factions of you have your vampires, you have your werewolves, or something. You have like your swamp things, but you actually have to go through the political process instead of just like going and taking over their territories.
Is this how like those vampire lords always have these like creepy castles on the hill above a village because they took it over politically?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's actually how it works because it's.
I don't know.
Okay, think of it like
Lord of the Mana.
Think of it like Fallout 3 it's like Fallout 3 dialogue options the game. And all of it is just like intellect 7. And the side ones is understanding of science. Well, if they bite me, it's only going to take this long. Therefore, my risk of actually being bitten and pushing through this piece of legislation might actually work. I think we have a future in
I'm going to vote for this bill because if I don't, he's going to bite me.
And there's really interesting dynamics in that.
Oh my god.
You're not. I don't ever want you writing games. Ever. Sounds terrible. Completely derailed at this point in time, and I don't even know.
I'm not a writer.
This is fine. Whatever.
It'll just be like
levels. Whatever.
Either that or SimCity Transylvania. I think that would be fucking awesome.
Actually, I would play that game.
I know.
What would be the difference? Seriously. There'd be no difference.
You haven't played it. You haven't played Crusader Kings, have you? There's like no city building in that game.
Oh, I know that. No, that's fine. That would be somewhat different. But I'm saying SimCity Transylvania style. What would be the fucking difference? Seriously.
Different buildings, different building styles. Well, it's not like, okay.
A whip with a cross on the end of it?
You're not going to, like, build an entire city of, like, vampires, werewolves, and other various monsters that are going to be worried about the road coming off of fucking I-94 in circa 1600.
No, they're like,
yes,
dude.
They need trade, too. They need people coming in and leaving and bringing money in. They got to get their wealth somehow.
So what you do is, so instead of like banks, you actually have blood banks. So that way you actually have vampires who use blood instead of currency, and you actually start racking up blood. So you strategically have to start finding a way to eliminate people in exchange for currency in a economic way. I'm telling you.
What you're telling me is it's a SimCity game where you build a city to bring people in to be your livestock.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And I think it would work out pretty well. But the big thing is you can't change the music. It would have to be the same music. So it's just that.
And they have to have the same like weird shitty language too. When you like zoom in on them, you like see a vampire swoop out of an alleyway and attack somebody, and they'll be like speaking in Simese, like "Oh la la la."
I think it would be better if they you still have to have a mandatory city hall and someone to still bitch about there's not enough fire trucks.
Well, yeah, obviously you're making a town to bring people in. It's got to be a proper town, and you'd have what is a Vlad?
You two are fired.
Magica?
That's where we're at right now.
You'd have a vampire like that, basically. No, I'm not a vampire.
I am your mayor.
Dude, Dracula Den loving it over here. Fuck, I don't even know anymore.
I think you're forgetting the mandatory. He will suck your blood.
Man, this is a golden.
We're coming up on the end of this thing. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the 8 o'clock mark.
We have a fucking hour to go. You can make it.
I don't know how we're gonna fill an hour. That's the problem.
We're not trying to fill an hour. This is pure gold of development here. This is how good ideas happen.
No, it's not.
Have you heard of Kickstarter? This is fucking crowdfunding gold.
No, it's not. It's
like all we have to say is like Transylvania, SimCity, Minecraft. People will buy it.
No, that's not how this works. I don't want to be one of those people.
Other games,
apparently you shouldn't go into mobile more.
The Void, by the way.
What now?
Anyone cares? StarCraft Legacy of the Void.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely want to play that.
I still just can't give a shit. So please continue.
I love StarCraft. StarCraft's good.
StarCraft lore for me. The gameplay of StarCraft 2 kind of killed it for me, but RTSs I like. It's just StarCraft is.
I miss Red Alert.
Red Alert 2, where that shit was at.
I liked Red Alert 3, but that was just because of the insanity that became Red Alert 3 with George Takei as the Emperor of Japan.
Iberium Sun?
No, I'm a Red Alert guy. Like Command & Conquer is fine, but Red Alert, like I need the camp in my Red Alert games.
Well, yeah, it was Command & Conquer Red Alert.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
I know, but like
live action cutscenes are.
But
actually, wait, didn't? Oh, I swear to God, didn't they have a? Which game was it? Which had Tim Curry?
That was 3.
That was 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tim Curry was the Russian Tsar.
That was brilliant.
George Takei was the was the Emperor of Japan, and the guy from the Allstate commercials, not the Allstate commercials, the Farmers, the Farmers Insurance commercials.
Is showing up?
No, no, the guy who played J.J. Jameson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
I don't even fucking know.
The We Are Farmers guy.
Oh no, yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
the voice of Cave Johnson too. Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
We've lost Zach.
No, I'm here.
Oh, he's awake.
He was the U.S. president. He ran on the Armored Dolphin platform. Yeah, that game was good. Go play Red Alert 3 if you haven't.
If you want to know what happens to dolphins in the military, check out Johnny Mnemonic. That's what
that movie is so good in a bad way.
Yeah, they get addicted to heroin. That's what happens.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. I like terrible 80s movies.
Dude, everybody loves terrible 80s movies.
Well, I like weird, terrible 80s movies. Like I like Hudson Hawk and Oscar.
Oh, well, it sounds like Funky Forest is going to be right up your alley.
Sure. That sounds like a porno.
Dude, okay, Mitch, have you actually watched Funky Forest?
No, fuck that.
I actually watched all 3 hours of this bullshit.
Why would you?
And I came out dumber. Like, what more can I say than someone sitting on a chair having their nutsack drop below the chair, somebody hitting it with a tennis racket, and then it explodes with orange juice? I can't even.
Zach, what happened?
What?
Remember when we used to be a sensible gaming podcast about gaming things?
Not orange juice?
Yeah, not orange juice. Let's go with that.
Not balls exploding into orange juice, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm doing this. I'm stretching for time right now. I had this all planned out. We could
You're
go
reaching
for now.
again.
Let's hey, I do actually have one thing because this is actually something that's relevant to everybody. We have now all used the Xbox to PC streaming.
Yes.
Shit, I streamed from my Xbox to my PC, and I streamed from there to Twitch.
The internet. Is it totally like everything you hoped it would be?
Yes. I mean, wired, all fine.
Yeah.
If it like wireless gets a bit iffy. I've done it wireless before, where like the Xbox was wireless, and that gets a bit iffy at times.
Wireless is a bit sketch.
Yeah.
Wired
like but the biggest advantage, like for us, is it allows us to stream at a much higher frame rate. And the other weird part too is Mitch actually brought in the stupid idea of I should just run my Xbox Pass through my PS4, so that way I can Xbox stream my PS4 over to my PC to use that for capture.
Yo, dog.
I'm saying it works. So.
Like if it carries over the audio and then I just play it on here, it's not going to matter.
It's the same exact thing as because you can do that with TV. You can stream TV through the Xbox to your computer.
I didn't think you could because of DM.
Well, you can disable it on the PlayStation 4. You can just disable.
Are you talking about HTTP? Because you don't have to worry about that on PS4.
Yeah, because the only applications that use it, I think, are like Netflix and a few other like protected internet applications.
Yes, you can't stream Netflix. Which one would
Yeah,
you want to?
Yeah, but however, games though, like
Yeah, there are
They don't
certain
care.
apps which won't let you stream to the PC. However, like the TV app is one of them that you can stream, and so you can watch TV or you could hook up something to that HDMI input and
Mm-hmm.
stream that over. It's
I have no idea.
ridiculous.
I have no idea what the input delay is actually going to be.
Yeah, I didn't really measure that at all. I
That-
just
That I could see being the one hiccup in your plan.
Well,
Um,
the big complaint of Xbox is streaming still, and I know for you guys, you probably don't care that much, but there is still a good solid at least 10 to 20 milliseconds of delay when you actually perform an action on the controller. So even if you have the controller hooked up just to the Xbox and you see it on that screen, it is still late.
That is not a definitive fact, though, because I don't have it.
Like you don't have any physical delay.
No, nothing noticeable.
There, like okay,
it could be a difference in video like displays. Like if you have a slower monitor versus a fast monitor, you could
You gotta
see
remember-
things like that.
Yeah, because if you're using your 27-inch,
There's
those are really not.
You-
slow.
This
Not fast.
was actually being, so
Add
this was
in
streaming.
delay though,
on-
no matter what.
This was adding on a 23-inch IPS with a 6 to 7 millisecond response time.
Yeah, I mean,
6 to 7 millisecond response time is fucking garbage.
That's what most monitors are at.
No, they're not.
my TNs are 2 or 1 or 2. I
All
don't
of mine are 1.
It's the panels. If you have TNs, you can get 1 or 2 millisecond response times. If you go IPS, are going to be considerably higher, unless you want to pay a lot of money.
Not to mention, MS response rate does not always correlate to input delay.
Yeah,
Oh, I know, and I'm just saying for reference, as far as input delay, I still could feel an active input delay before when I pressed a button to it displaying on a screen.
well, yeah. No matter what,
The only
this
the
thing
only-
is going to have more latency than if you just had it directly output to a screen. No matter
only-
what you do, the technology wise, it's going to happen.
the
It's gotta
only
confirm.
noticeable thing I had was really fast panning with the mouse while aiming. That's it. But actual button inputs, no problems.
Yeah,
See,
there's no
button-
noticeable lag, but again, there's going to be lag, and people
Well-
like professional gamers will probably notice it.
No, I've played a lot of Street Fighter in my time, so usually I'll know if something's slightly off. 'Cause,
I
like,
mean,
even with like Street Fighter, if I hooked it up straight up here, and then I also hooked it up on the Xbox or PS4 and measured it, I guarantee you there will be more delay during using the Xbox streaming app than I would playing it directly.
That's I
On
mean,
your specific setup.
your mileage
you-
your mileage may vary. Yes, that is the answer here. I just did, but
It's
we don't need to go
very playable. I play Halo multiplayer.
we don't need to go down
streaming
that rabbit
my
hole,
PC
essentially.
completely fine.
Yeah, so that was actually a really neat experience. That worked very well. And if you want to stream from your PC, if you want to stream your Xbox with all the cool features you get with PC, it's a better way of doing that than having to go spend $150 on Elgato. I mean, Elgato is a great thing. Like, don't get me wrong, but that was a better solution. I didn't have to move my Xbox. That was actually kind of the key thing here.
It got to stay over there on the shelf.
Yeah, like it could sit with the rest of my gaming crap.
So Cody,
Yes,
directly behind you,
yes. Where?
are those windows?
That is
Or is it a giant aquarium?
That's I wish it was a giant aquarium.
That'd be awesome.
There's a big shark that swims in there. No, that's my sliding glass door to my balcony, which means the sun is coming up because it's 7:00 in the morning here. I can see the sun in Mitch's window as well, and it makes me super depressed.
23 hours.
I can't wait to go into
I'll
the
say.
door that's over in that direction, which has my bed in it, and sleep for like 2 hours and wake up and be like, well, shit, it's the middle of the day. I can't sleep anymore. I got shit to do. Because that's how this is going to go.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I'm getting like a 4-hour power nap in.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm going to get. And I got shit to go do today.
Nope. I am going to my bedroom. I haven't put curtains in there yet, so I am just going to take my spare comforter and drape it over the fucking window. And I'll see everyone sometime tomorrow.
Let's before we wrap this thing up, as far as the podcast is concerned, and we'll probably just bullshit for the remaining time here because I don't think any of us want to load up a game at this point.
Totally do.
I don't even want to play games today at all.
Totally good.
Nope. So there was this.
Flipping a bitch.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you guys. I'm going home. So there was the job listing on Blizzard, right? I want to talk about this for a second.
This one's interesting.
So basically saying, hey, we're looking for somebody who might be interested in bringing our historical games and making them modern. There's a couple there's a couple different ways you can look at that. Of course, the internet fervor is, hey, they're going to do HD remakes of the big games. So Diablo 2, StarCraft 1, and Warcraft 3. Right? That's what the internet's like dreams are. They're like, yo, dog, this shit's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo 2 is not gonna happen.
Probably not, because Diablo 3 is so good.
StarCraft is not gonna happen.
Out of the three, StarCraft is the one I'd be most willing to believe, but they would.
Warcraft 3 would be the one.
Yeah, I'd say Warcraft 3 would be the one, because that way they can hold people off of like making another Warcraft game. Like they don't want to make Warcraft 4 for a long ass time if they can help it.
Ever.
The other thing that they could possibly mean, and this seems almost more likely to me, is that they just want somebody who can pull a GOG on their games and basically just make sure that the current versions of the games run on modern systems.
That's what the job listing sounded more like to me.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're not looking for somebody to remaster these things. We just want to make sure, like, since they offer them all available, like, we want to make sure that they're going to run in Windows 10 and they're going to run on El Capitan and whatever.
Well, you need somebody to make sure that the copy of Blackthorn is continuously compatible.
Yeah. So it's a really interesting. And then, like, would you want to see HD remakes of all those games, or do you think they're fine the way they are? I wouldn't mind.
Honestly, I played the ever-loving fuck out of Warcraft 3 and the original StarCraft. I could take it or leave it. If I want to play an RTS, I can go play StarCraft 2.
I wouldn't mind seeing, like, I don't even want an upconvert. I just want, like, Diablo 2 to run at, like, a modern resolution.
That is true. I would love to see Diablo 2 slightly modernized.
Yeah.
It can accept modern resolutions, and it can play properly at those, and it has proper, like, freaking buttons, and it makes use of more things.
Yeah,
I was thinking more of like decent sprite scaling. So when you actually move up those resolutions, the sprite scaling in that game is actually fairly. The sprite scaling in that game is actually pretty good. The problem is like menus don't scale at all in that game. Well, menus and the sprites, in my opinion, because I still think they look. If you get like the mod to move it up to 1080, it still just looks fucking tiny.
Well, but I mean,
there are things that look a little awkward, yes, at that resolution. However, the majority of stuff I think looks just fine at 1080.
Speaking of cool or interesting Blizzard stuff, they had an engineering panel at BlizzCon with there's a lot of cool stuff that came out of there. Like, you remember how the people talked about how the Warlords of Draenor launch was a complete fucking disaster?
Yep.
So they explained what happened. So this is the kind of not quite verbatim quote, but at Warlords launch, things were a little rocky. The team had all the hardware they needed, but because WoW is an older game, each blade had to be dedicated to certain parts of the game. The team set up the blade configuration to what they thought would work well, but they weren't very particular about what kinds of blades were in each pool. They didn't have enough of the high memory blades allocated to instances, so they were running out of memory. Running in your garrison would spin up a new instance, resulting in hundreds of thousands of instances. It took the team around 8 hours to go into the data centers, pull blades, add memory, and move blades between clusters.
This resulted in downtime, but when everything came back up, it was much more stable. After that, there were just software issues.
Huh.
But it's kind of interesting to kind of see them talk about that, and it was just kind of like we got the blades. Look, we just got to throw them all in there, where they fit. Oh crap! We probably should have put these over here instead of over there and over.
That's an interesting topic that we should maybe talk about since we're all in IT, like IT proper. Maybe we should talk about like how you can have a rocky launch on a game. Like you can make all the preparations in the world and still still show up that day and be like, well, shit, what happened?
What's funny is though, most of those launches, it's not a what happened. It's okay, we see our limit here. This is what we expect to actually have because we planned that this was going to happen. Because when you go into a launch, you understand that your launch is going to be bigger than anything you're ever going to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be more intensive than anything you're ever going to see. So why build hardware for something you're never going to see ever again?
Yep.
So why build it out like that? You don't, because that costs money, that costs time. So you don't. You just let it ride out. You give nice PR, and that's it. That's how that works. That's the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be just kind of an interesting topic to have. Like, look at some of the rockier and best starts in like history of gaming for the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean, Blizzard's kind of a good example to look at that because they've had pretty high highs and pretty low lows as far as as that stuff goes. So that's gonna wrap up the podcast this week. Once again, thank you all for everybody who tuned in during the 24-hour stream today. It was really nice to talk to some people, say hi, see faces we haven't seen in a while since we haven't been around. Expect a lot more streaming from us. Maybe we'll do another 24. Maybe we probably won't do a 24-hour thing.
Don't even know.
We will probably maybe do like a 12-hour thing at some point. Maybe, who knows? We'll do something.
Sure, 12 hours.
I can handle 12 hours. We'll handle I wouldn't even be okay with 16 hours.
Just call it like a dawn to dusk. How about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Stream
days, stuff like that. That sounds a lot more interesting. I think we all had a blast doing this. Maybe find games that the four of us can play together and play for 12 hours and have a good time.
Make sure the audio works.
Yeah, make sure you don't open up XSplit and everything's muted for some reason. I don't know. Who would that ever happen to?
I wasn't even talking about that.
Yeah, no, I'm throwing myself under the bus. But yeah, totally thank you. It was a blast. You helped us raise some money for some kids. That's great. I couldn't be happier with the results of what happened today. Got to play some great games. Got to hang out with each other. Got to hang out with you, our fans. Love seeing you. Stop by the chat. Come hang out with us during the podcast. That's why we're doing it live now. We want to see you guys more often. We want to say hi. We want to do this more. We want to get you guys involved with stuff. We want to do community game nights. We want to do all that fun stuff. And that requires a lot from you guys and from us as well. So come hang out with us. We're here every Sunday, playing games around 10 o'clock, doing the podcast 11 o'clock every Sunday. That's the plan. And we're hanging out during the week playing games online.
No, we do not actually record at 6 a.m.
No.
Yeah, this is abnormal.
None of us wanted to get up in 2 hours to do this all over.
This is stupid.
Yeah, this is real dumb. I apologize for the quality of this week's podcast. Actually, I don't think this week's podcast is the worst podcast we've ever done. We're going to be brutally honest about it. But seriously, from a deep, heartfelt thank you to everybody who came by today. Some familiar faces we've seen all the time stop by. Faces we haven't seen in a long time. It's great. Thank you for donating if you did. If you the part of that, as I said at the beginning of the top of the hour, today's not your only day to donate. If you missed out today and you still want to donate, you're more than welcome to donate. You can donate all the way up to the end of the year, and if you just start donating next year, you just donate next year for this thing. We'll try and make sure that next year we get a lot more ahead of this and everything like that. Maybe get the team up and going early and get some goals going. But yeah, totally thank you. As always, if you got questions, comments, or concerns, you can hit us up by shooting us an email at contact@sharksandthings.com. It's the best way to get a hold of us. I think all of us get that email. If not, it'll get to all of us. We'd love to hear questions. We want to. What stuff do you want to hear us talk about? Like that's kind of where I want to see you guys get involved with this. Like, I can't. We have no, we're not talking about bat nipples. We have a hard time coming to conversation sometime. What do you guys want to hear us talk about? We're happy to take that. Come hang out in the chat and suggest questions in the chat. Got no problem with that either. Stream schedules, we'll probably push it out on social medias this week. You can follow us on all the social medias at Sharks and Things. I think this is going to wrap it up for the podcast portion of this. We're going to do a quick break. It's like just a small pause so we can cut this up and get
I was going to say.
We're going to do just a pause so that we can have a cut, and then we'll hang out for another hour jibber jabbering. Maybe we'll throw that up as just an extra VOD for the week. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about or say
for the podcast? No.
Yeah.
Done. Get out of here.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, I can leave? Sweet. Okay.
No, you can't.
You have another hour. You stick your ass around.
You have,
not
49 minutes to fill.
I mean, technically we started before that.
Once again, truly, thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting us. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
I know I will.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by the Sharks and Things podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, or your favorite podcast app. You can find us on all the social media at Sharks and Things. Don't forget to shoot us an email with questions, comments, or concerns to sharksandthings@gmail.com. Stay up to date with all the latest news announcements by visiting us at www.sharksandthings.com. Lastly, don't forget to check the show notes below for all the links to today's stories and our Green Man Gaming promo.